Thank you. See me, I'm doing a little doing a little dance. But I'm gonna get started. Hi, my name is Tracy. I am a spiritual advisor and I'm a medium. And today I'm actually saying thank you to all my subscribers, everyone that looked at my video, that shared my video. I am so humble, so grateful for everything that you are doing. I'm so grateful for your existence. You know, you came on this channel, you supported me on this channel, and I am so humble, so grateful. So I am saying thank you so much from this journey, a journey that I thought that I could not do without God. I mean, I could not do it. God said you can, and I did it. You know, and now we are leaving March. We're leaving March and we're going into April, into something new. So this is like a recap and actually a thank you for even supporting me and coming onto my channel and following Gods Sunshyne, and also following Fall in Love with God in 2021. This is an awesome year. You're still here. You have to proclaim that it is an awesome year. No matter what circumstances you are going through, you have to say it will get better, because it's just right now. But tomorrow is something greater for you. So I am so happy that you joined me today. Today we're just going to do a recap under Fall in Love with God in 2021. God is bringing me into something different, which is in April. Funny thing is, I don't know exactly what it is at the moment, but I know it's something that God is orchestrating, you know, behind the scenes and stuff like that. And we all like things like that. Like, we love the blessings that comes with the movement. Okay? We love that. All the blessings that come with the movement with God behind the scenes is awesome. Because you know how God is. He don't give you no junk. No, he do not. So I want to take this time and say thank you so much for joining me and subscribing to me and everything like that. So let's get started. This is under the Fall in Love with God umbrella for 2021. I am moving into Pray Past Your Pain. Pray Past Your Pain is actually about inner pain that we all have experienced. Again, I am just one person. I might not experience a lot of stuff that you may have experienced, but I'm saying that we're all in this together. And what we should be doing is pray past our pain to move forward, so we don't have to keep going through the cycle that we all normally do. Okay, so that's what pray past your pain means. Okay, and I just wanted to go over everything I talked about, and before we go into April. Okay, the first thing I talked about is about God, your faith, the obstacles that we have in our lives. It can be people obstacles, because there's people that will come into our life and try to diverge us into doing different things that I'm like, cast that down. We don't have time. It was one time that somebody bragged about making me lasagna. They was like, oh, I made Tracy lasagna and everything like that. And I was like, but I bought the ingredients. So I bought the ingredients and you're bragging about making lasagna. Why? Because people will say they did the most for you and they haven't. And that's why I depend on God totally for almost everything I have. Okay? I pray first and then ask for the blessing, and God will give you the blessing. Okay? But that was something that I was like, why are you bragging about something you give me? Anything I give anybody, you should not brag about. Okay? But faith is another thing that we talked about. I mean, I showed you the picture. You know, that's a woman that is blind. God's hand is out. That is faith. When you don't even know what is going to happen next. It's just like April. You know, I don't know what's happening next. I have no clue. But I trust in God because He is the one that's put me out here. Tracy, this is what I want you to do. And He's the one that's going to create this beautiful path for me. And I trust in that. I trust in that. Faith can be very difficult. I'm telling you, it can be. You know, I was telling somebody before that God told me to do something, and I said, no, I really can't, because I didn't know the outcome of it. But faith is not knowing what is in your path, and then you're going forward and you're going through it, and knowing that wherever God puts you in or through, you're going to come out beautiful, shiny. You're going to come out wonderful. You're going to come out with some wisdom. You're going to come out with some strength, you know, and anything God puts you through, you're going to come out on top. Okay, nothing could stop the blessings that God has for you, you know. And obstacles, I cast down obstacles. You know, I was walking with my children the other day, and there was some twigs on the floor, on the ground rather, and I said, those are my obstacles. They're going to be like twigs. They're going to be just like that. You know, small, I could step on them and keep on moving. I don't have time for anybody or anything that's trying to get in the way of my blessings or anything that I have to do for God. Okay, I don't tolerate that. But my obstacles will be like twigs on the ground, and I can step on them and keep on moving. Nobody have time for all that negativity. Okay, that was one of the things that I talked about. And also, your mind is very powerful. We're going to go deeper into that probably in May. Again, God orchestra all my, actually He does everything I talk about. God is the one that say, this is what you should talk about. April, I have no clue. But again, your mind is very powerful. You have a powerful mind. Okay, I explained this again before, you know, when the coronavirus came in, the first thing I said before I know that it was made in the lab, I said, I don't have nothing to do with that. So I told my subconscious mind, don't even think about it, because I don't have anything to do with that. And I'm telling you, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I walk around in my faith, I don't be scared walking outside. I don't have no tolerance for being scared, because the other side love it when you're scared. I have no time for that. My God is powerful. Well, everything is for me, is for me. If I'm supposed to have it, I will. If I'm not, I'm not. And I believe in God. I have faith in God. I don't have faith in man. Okay, that's the truth. The second thing I talked about is how I connected with God. You know, okay, I did have a long story on how I connected with God. You know, I was a medium before, but I didn't show my gifts. I didn't want nobody to know about them. But things start coming into pass that God said, hey, Tracy, you got to use your gifts. You got to use your gifts. And I'm like, no. I'm going to be honest. I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. You know, and what God did was He put things in my path so I can, you know, react on what I need to do, like my gifts and everything like that, right? So I went through this big situation. Again, I went through a big situation with divorce, with my husband, which now I'm okay with. But at that time, it was like the biggest thing that was happening in my life. The financial situation I was going through was like, it was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. I remember that I had I will never forget this day. I had $11 in my account, and I had to feed my children. Okay, and let me tell you, late in the midnight hour, God will turn it around. I'm telling you, I am a firm believer. I had $11 in my account, and God turned it around, and I'm telling you, I was able to feed my children. That's faith, man. That's miracles. I believe in miracles. I believe in God's power. Okay? And I started talking to God. I mean, I just started talking to God. I started singing to God outside. It was one time I was singing to God. I missed my bus. I walked all the way to the train station and singing to God. And I even made up my own songs, which I still make up my own songs to God. I love God. Build that connection with God. I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. You know, it's to the point that, I mean, and you would not believe it. God talks to me and he tells me jokes and everything like that. And I talk to him and I tell him jokes. And sometimes, again, I'm not going to lie. Like some days I can't hear him. But that doesn't stop me for building a relationship with God because I can't hear him. Sometimes he has messages through other people. Sometimes you see the clock and it says 11:11 on numbers, and you look them up and they tell you start over, don't accept junk. Like, God is amazing. Yes, he uses people, he uses TV, he uses everything to communicate with you. And how I build it? By trusting in God. Okay. Number 3, who is in control? Well, we already know God is in control. I'm so happy that there was nobody, any spirit, entity, the other side, we're not going to even give them no energy, do not have more power than the God we serve. Now, you're going to tell me that's not exciting? I don't know what else is more exciting than to acknowledge God's power and knowing that God is the one that's in control. That's exciting to me, okay? Because it's crazy out there, but we know that we have a higher power that we serve that loves us unconditionally without blaming us, knowing all circumstances, and they are in control. Okay, that's why fear cannot conquer you. Okay, because there is no such thing as fear. None. Okay, so number 3 was God is in control. Number 4 is, which cup do you drink from? I love that one. Which cup do you drink from? It was like Team A, Team B. Okay, so Team A, if you missed it, Team A was God, Team B was the other side, and we just giving them the left. They giving them the left, you know? And it was like, which cup do you drink from? Automatically, I drink from the cup of God, and I bind and cast out fear. I bind and cast out that they trying to come against my finances. I don't have time for the other side. I don't have time for that. I take the peace, I take the abundance, I take the joy, the prosperity, I take discernment, I take anything else with Team A. Team B, go where you came from, okay? Team B, I'm sorry, my angels are saying something to me. You have to repeat that, I'm sorry. I apologize, they were saying something, but Team B got to go. Discernment, fear, all that crap, and they trying to come against you. I don't have time for that. But Team A is, I deal with God and God alone. Okay? I cast down fear and I accept peace, joy, abundance, prosperity. I accept knowledge, wisdom from God, discernment. I accept that. So that was, which cup would you drink from? Number 5 is, nothing is permanent in this place. Nothing is permanent in this place. Nothing. God can change time. I'm telling you, he can rearrange your situation in a blink of an eye. You have to claim it. You can have a disease that they said is not going to be cured. You can claim it. It's going to be cured by the power of God. Nothing is permanent in this place. And God, I am saying it right now. I cast down anything that anybody is going through right now. Show them a miracle in their life. Nothing is permanent in this place. Nothing. Okay? So don't believe it. If they say, oh, you'll never be cured, and you believe that you can be, then go by what you believe in. And remember, whatever God says is what God says. Okay? So no, nothing is permanent in this place. And forgive me for the noise that's happening in the back. Number 6 was gratefulness. I had fun doing this as well. I had fun talking about how grateful I was. Oh man, I'm so grateful for everything. I am so grateful for God, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, my angels, my guides, my children, my family. I'm grateful for my subscribers. I'm grateful for you, your family. I am so humble, so grateful. I used to always thank God for my skin, my nails, my mind, my eyes, the friends that I have in my corner, my job, my finances. I thank God for the sun that rises up and sets, the water we drink, the food that we eat. I am so grateful for YouTube and Instagram because I learned a lot from everybody else. I learned a lot from you. We all gotta stick together. We all in this together. We gotta teach each other. I learned a lot in last year. So I am humble. I am so grateful for everything. You have to be grateful for the people you're around, your spouse, your job. You have to be grateful that you're able to have a sound mind. There's a lot of people out there that's depressed. We have to be grateful for everything. And that was number 6. Number 7, what do women want? Yes, I did have fun doing this one because I'm a woman, and there's a lot of things that I want, and it was just a general talk of what women want, and what we really need. Sometimes we women, we don't know how to express ourselves. And sometimes we accept things that we should not accept. You have to understand the people that you are dealing with is in your corner. This is sacred. This space is sacred. You have a sacred space, and you have to be careful on who you invite in this sacred space that you have. Everybody don't belong here. Everybody don't belong here. Okay? There's some people who's in your life for a season. You learn the lesson and leave them alone. You are expected to grow in everything you do. Don't allow people to come into your life. Your space is sacred. Okay? But it was about what women want. What do we need in a man or any relationship you are in? Okay, we have needs. Okay? Number 8 was, what do men want? Okay? And again, I have to say, I got that information from other men. Okay? It was not pure my opinion on what do a man want. I am not a man. I am a woman. I can tell you what I know what a woman wants. Even though that's still my opinion, but what a man want, and I got advice from other people about what do men want. Okay? And they had a laundry list. They had a laundry list of stuff. And we have to know that as women, we want to be respected, and so do they. They want to be loved and hugged, and so do they. There's men out there that they have to feel like they have to be hard, but we have to give men the how can you say it, to learn to accept that they can cry too, they can feel emotions too. It's not about us, we all crying and we get emotional and everything like that. Men get emotional and they just do it in a different way. But what do men want? What do you want, men? If there's any men out there, what do you want? So anyway, what does a man want? Number 9, what do God think? People be getting it twisted. What does God think about relationships? In that video, I told a story about how I got divorced. I signed the divorce papers came in the mail, and I was like, see, one of the men said, love Love, understand, and trust. Oh, that's so nice. But we moved on. You should have answered earlier. So anyway, what do God think? Let me stop. Let me behave. So what do God think about relationships? And I went over the fact that I got divorced and God came to me in a vision that I was like, oh man, I'm going to date. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And God came in a big ocean. And the waves was roaring. And he was like, I only like relationships I put together. And I heard that loud and clear. So loud and clear that I thought second about what I thought I was going to do. And I really didn't do it. Because, yes, I love God. I love God that whatever he says, I respect it. You know? So that was one of the things that happened. And what do God think? Also, God doesn't want you to be in an unhappy relationship. If you are married or not, don't subject yourself to being unhappy because I think he's cute. Oh, I love him. He's the kid's father. He's the husband. All these things that we accept. And we have to understand that when we accept things in our life, we also accepting them in our spirit. So you got to be careful. God doesn't want that. He don't want you to unhappy in the relationships. Relationships are supposed to make you happy. It's supposed to make you strong. You're supposed to support you emotionally, physically, mentally. Okay? So, and yes, God believes in divorce. I don't know what happened back in the day and they said, no, you got to stick it out and you can't get divorced and all other stuff. Girlfriend or whatever, or homeboy. I was divorced twice. God helped me with those divorces too. Yes, people like, no. Yes. God helped me with those divorces. The first one, I was in a very abusive relationship. Physically and mentally abused. I got out of that. Then the second marriage was way better. No physical and mental abuse, none of that. But we were just not going together. Like everything just didn't work out. But guess what? We're friends today and we have 2 beautiful children out of that divorce. But you know what? It's okay. I'm fine. I'm good. It's starting to get toxic and I left. And he left. And it was great. It was okay. It's all about what you need in life. You got to have a plan. What do I want? What do you want, Tracy? What do you want to do? And I had a plan. I want a better life for myself. And that's how I got the divorce. No longer together. And guess what? It's okay. It's fine. God don't want you to be in a toxic relationship that you have to argue, you have to fight, people doing stinky stuff or cheating behind your back. Like all those things are toxic. Just think about it. Don't be in relationships like that. But it's not my choice. It's just my opinion. Some people in life, would you believe it? They love drama. There's people that love drama. They like to be in drama. And then we're telling them, don't be in these relationships. It's unhealthy. But they stay because they like drama. Okay? So you say your prayer and you keep it moving. There's nothing you can do. God is in control. You plant the seed and you keep it moving. Or there's people that you have to continue to pray for. You know what you have to do. Again, I tell a lot of people, I am not a psychiatrist. You need help. Let's find out, what you need to do. But there's a lot of people that are in bad relationships. They don't know their worth. They don't know they need to be loved. And they are in drama relationships. If things keep continuing happening and you keep staying, you got to realize that it's toxic. It's not for you. You can't just keep on being in a relationship like that. But guess what? Tracy is not going to do it, what are you not going to do? That's your choice. Okay? Again, I mentioned in that video, okay, I'm a medium. I could speak to spirits that passed on. And sometimes I could be sitting down and spirits will come and talk to me. And one lady, she passed on and she took care of her husband or her life, but never took care of herself. Never took care of herself. She put her husband on a pedestal, feed and clothes and do laundry and everything. And I mean, this is a full conversation. She did the laundry, the food, made sure he was eating. He didn't do nothing for her. And guess what? She got hit by a bus and died. This is real talk. I'm talking real talk. She got hit by a bus and died. And she said, Tracy, I wish I could go back into my body because I would do it all over again. But guess what? You can't do it all over again. Once you are gone, you're gone. This is your life. Live it well. Live your life. Live it happy. And remember, you can't even hold water in your hand. Why you want to hold on to somebody that don't even want you? You got to move on from that. And I'm sorry for the camera shaking. Apologize. Twin flame, soulmate, in the languages of love. I'm a person that really, really loves love. I love love, you know. And I'm not talking about just relationship love, because again, I do love relationship love. But I love that when we show each other love. You know, when we empower each other. You know, when we get things done together, you know. Because someone said to me, I said, the one thing I want to do is I want to teach the world love, right? And someone said to me, Tracy, good luck. Okay? And I understand why they said good luck, but I'm not going to stop trying. I'm not going to pay attention to what's happening out there. What I'm going to do is be the light that I can be for the people out there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the light. It's like the tower in the ocean is so dark and you standing there, a lighthouse, and you're lighting up the way for people to come and be the salvation and go to God. I want to be that light, that tower in the midst of the darkness. That's my plan. That's what I want to do. Okay? And I said this before I even started YouTube. Before I even put up my website, I said I want to teach the world love. And one of the things I want to teach is the people to become closer to God. That is so important. It's very important. And I'm not going to stop trying because of what's happening out there. I'm not going to stop trying because someone's going to sit there and try to discourage me. I'm going to try no matter what. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep going. Don't stop. You never know where you're going to end up. And you never know when somebody may need that word that you're going to say. I was at my darkest hour. And I will stroll onto Instagram at my darkest hour. And I would just look at the first post that come up. And someone would say, you are strong. But I didn't believe that I was. You have a voice. You're important. Don't never allow anyone to say you're not important. Okay? And don't give up on your dreams or yourself. That's the worst thing that you can do. I don't care if you have no one encouraging you. Okay? Do it for yourself. That's right. Twin flame and soulmate. Let me go back to that. Because I was saying I think I said 5 or 6 languages I love. But one of them is mentally. You know, you need to be mentally stimulated in a relationship. You know, quality time. You know, a lot of things are important. You know, but every relationship is different. You know, and everybody is not the same. So those are my opinion, you know, emotionally, mentally, physically, quality time. All those things are just my opinion, but they are factors in relationships. I pray that everyone is that's watching, if you have a soulmate, kudos to you. Anybody that's trying to get a soulmate or in a relationship, I'm asking God to bless you right now. Don't say, oh, men or people are hard to find. The moment you say that, then the universe is not going to give you what you need. Don't say that, okay? Because nothing is actually hard to find. Everything is really here. I told somebody today, they was like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, because all the languages of the world is actually right in front of us. Seriously, no kidding. Everything is here. The universe, everything is here. Everybody look up. What are you looking up for? It's in here. It's here already. Heaven and earth is here. This is heaven and earth already. Okay? So twin flame, you already know that means a relationship. Twin flames can also be a friendship and a relationship, which is an intense relationships and everything. And soulmate is good for the soul. Soulmates are good for the soul. That's what I want. I want a soulmate. And the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is God and what is happening out here right now. And let me tell you, this is one of God's favorite because his spirit came and was like, yay. But what's happening out here, let me tell you, don't have any fear, because God, Jesus, spirit guides, the universe is all working in our favor. Don't believe the darkness can try this and try that. And I'm not going to sit there and say it's not going to affect anybody in the world. I'm not going to say that. What I'm saying is, again, God is in control. Cast down any diseases or anything that's in your body surrounding your neighborhood. I pray for my neighborhood all the time. Cast down any diseases that's in your household, on your family. You have power. Okay? Cast it down. Anything they're trying to do to come against us, you have to cast it down. And again, in one of my videos, I said, the bee house is only growing because we are sitting there and allowing them to control our reality. Look it up. They're trying to control our reality and they're trying to control us. Now, if you notice, with God, okay, he don't do manipulations on TVs and have people put up billboards and really have subliminal messages in the back. He don't have rappers singing. They could be singing about candy. In reality, they're not talking about the candy we eat. Like all those things that they're doing, God don't have to do that for you to get towards him. He don't have to trick you to be with him. He already know, I'm chilling. Come with me. I make your paths straight. If they're crooked, if you feel like you can't speak in front of others, I will help you. If you feel like you're not going to get anywhere, I will make sure you will. God don't have to surprise you and put chemicals in your food to stop your third eye and all that craziness that they're doing. That's how you know who's in control. Because if they had the power, they wouldn't have to go through all of this to get it done. And you know I'm speaking the truth. You know that I'm speaking the truth. God is in control. You don't gotta sit there and go through all of that, to gain what? What God is saying. Oh, so you can praise me? So I have to trick you into praising me? I don't have to trick you into praising you. I'm the supreme being. So again, before I go, love God. Loving God is loving yourself. You can't love God and not love yourself because God is in you. Okay? Be careful about your surroundings and who you surround your people with. Your space is sacred. Your mind is sacred. Everything you do is sacred. Even though you are in a flesh body, you still got to take care of your body. That's sacred. You don't want no sickness and diseases to come upon you. Don't forget to bless your water and bless your food and bless your coming and goings. And if you have children, bless your children. Okay? You don't have to say long prayers. Do some short prayers. God, protect my children. Protect what they're learning on remote or in school. Protect your children. You live in a neighborhood. Ask God to protect your neighborhood. And if you're in a toxic relationship, neighborhood, pray for those that are toxic, and maybe God would change them and move them out. I am a firm believer God can create miracles all the time. Okay? So don't stop believing in yourself, your dreams. Okay? And if you're in a toxic relationship, again, I can't tell you to get out of it. But make a list, like I did, of all the good and the bad things and see if it's worth even staying in. Okay? You owe everything to yourself. You don't owe anybody anything. You owe it to yourself. And if you're not, again, mentally stable, then you have to go get help. I want to encourage you. You have to get help. Okay? But remember, your life is important. Your existence is important. Right where I'm at is dark. What are you going to do when the sun rises? What are you going to change in your life? Are you going to continue to go in that same cycle? Or are you going to change little by little? Like, what are you going to do for you? It's important. You're important. And how you live your life is important. Okay? So again, this video was to thank everybody for joining me. You could have been doing something else, but you came on here to support me. And this to me, was a journey. It was actually a journey. For my hair to get done, and the cameras didn't want to work, and I'm trying to fix the light and everything, and the clock is saying 7:55, and I'm trying to scramble to get everything on a board, and because I live a busy life, but all of it was well worth it, because I got a chance to speak God's truth and speak my truth. And I'm saying, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for sharing for this video, everything. April is going to be something different. Again, I don't know what it is, but I'm trusting in God. I am trusting in God. He knows, and He's going to tell me what I should be talking about. And I trust it. I trust it. Even though I don't even know what it's about, I trust it. Okay? So Friday, I have a video at 8 p.m. on Instagram Live. And I know this video is going to be about reintroducing myself. I'm to be honest, I don't know why, but I'm going to be reintroducing myself. Pray Past Your Pain is coming up. Fall in love with God in 2021. Honestly, if you ain't excited, I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you for the hearts. I am excited because there's nothing greater than loving God. And second thing is loving yourself. God is. And my angels are saying, reminding me of something. They were saying that they do exercises with me. One of them is looking in the mirror and saying positive things about myself. And today I said a lot of positive things about myself. And one of the things I said is I was like, oh man, I love my complexion, and they're just reminding me right now, learn to say positive things about yourself. I don't care what negative things you see, or what negative things are happening in your situation. They're actually telling me right now to say positive things about yourself, your situations. No matter what situation you're in, things will get better. It's just now, it's not for your future, okay? Again, you can follow me on Gods Sunshine, GodSunshine.com, and fall in love with God in 2020. Fall in love with God.net. I can't wait until April. God bless your families. God bless you. God bless your neighbors, your situations. God, please give them a miracle. I'm sending them some miracle energy here. And thank you so much for following me tonight. I see you on Friday. Have a beautiful and peaceful night.